Hey yo, what's good? You know what it is. And you are back with another episode of No More Timeouts. Am I hit my hat on the mic? Jesus Christ. Oh my goodness. Y'all miss us? Tell
We
me you
back.
miss me.
Come on.
You miss me? Hey, sometimes, you gotta take a little break. We took an extended vacation. Like, at work, when you take PTOs and you can take like a block week, we was also block weeks. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, life be happening, man. And you had a birthday, I had a birthday.
Yo,
So let's take a couple weeks, reset.
hey,
Give you a quality pod.
and to be honest, man, like the end of basketball season was leading up to the draft was also kind of you know what I'm saying. So it was just like one of those things where it's just like let's let some stuff happen. Let's let it happen.
Yeah.
Let's let it happen. So
Oh shit.
we let it happen.
Ah.
But I'm gonna say this though. I'm gonna say this one thing before we get into this. Before we even get into anything. I told y'all Ryan was finna win that fight. I told y'all.
You want to start there? We can start there. Come on.
We need to start. I just want to mention because we gonna talk about this. A little bit later. We gonna get some more boxing later because there's some more boxing fights coming up that we gonna talk about. Because there's more to it. The whole controversy of him saying he tests positive PEDs and all that type of stuff. We gonna get into that later. But I just want to say I'm not always that type of person to say I told you so, but.
Sometimes you gotta let them know that you told them though, because they don't be listening. So sometimes you just gotta.
They didn't hear me.
Just remind them.
I told you, bro. I told you. Devin ain't got no chin. His daddy be talking too much shit. It just don't work.
That's crazy. I never even seen his dad before, heard his dad before, and then as soon as he came on the screen and he started talking, and I remember he was doing I don't know if it was like a FaceTime or an interview with Floyd. And he was just like really disrespectful to Floyd about just his career and everything. And I was just like, what's the point of this? Like, why are you saying this? I don't understand. So I kind of was like, okay, I see what Rosh is talking about. I saw.
And that's all it was, bro. Like, it's good to be a boxing father and be confident in your son and be confident in his abilities and be there for him. I said, but don't be the person that talks shit for him. Like, let him do that. You know what I'm saying? All you guys say, you back him up, you say things like that, but you shouldn't be the one talking, because then you start making him have to do some things that he don't really be doing. Because Devin, at the end of the day, like when I look at him, I look at him as a he's such a nice boy. Like that's what I see. You know what I'm saying? A nice boy with talent. And it's like you over here writing checks that his ass can't cash right now. And that's the thing. I was like, he's over here fighting people with too much power for him. He's doing too many things. He ain't got the chin. And also the game plan you putting together for ain't for him. And it's like at the end of the day, it also showed. It showed in his last fight against Lomo. It even showed when he was fighting, before he fought Kambosos. There's some other people that he fought when he was getting touched. When he got touched, he got touched. And after he beat Kambosos, and he was all on his hype train because he beat Kambosos, like, let's be honest, man. Like, yeah, Kambosos beat Teofimo. Kambosos was not that good. You know what I'm saying? He wasn't. He came out and beat Teofimo that. He was better than Teofimo that night. But one thing about it, he didn't even get to touch you. You came out with a good game plan. You know what I'm saying? You just danced on him and kept hitting him because you knew at the end of the day all he was looking for was a big punch. So it's like, I get it. I give you guys credit, but let's be honest. You know what I'm saying? We seen it. Your chin was weak. We knew what it was. I'm sorry, Daddy, but stop talking that shit and let your son fight. So we gonna leave it at that.
Yeah, they already said they're not gonna have a rematch, and I don't think either party wants to do it again. I don't think HANEY has anything to gain from that. I just we saw it. Regardless of the steroid situation or not, like we saw what happened. A lot of controversy, but yeah, I think they both should just go their separate way and do something else this next fight. Probably smart. Yeah. Okay. Let's get into the NFL draft, man. Let me start with just my experience watching the draft. I was in Vegas for a wedding, which was day 2 of the draft. But I went on Thursday because I wanted to see the draft somewhere, and I had a friend who was does security at a lot of, like boxing fights and things like that. So she was like, "Oh, I know you're a Raider fan. Like, I can get you into the Raider draft party." So went to the draft party, which was at Omnia, which is at Caesar Palace,
Mhm.
and bro, they had open bar, uh, like food, just all types of food. But the bar was only Charles Woodson whiskey. That's all they had. They didn't have no tequila, nothing. It was uh just everything was Charles Woodson whiskey, and they had like a special. It was cool. Like, I don't really drink whiskey, but it was cool to, everything was like supported Raiders. There was a lot of Raiders players there. The MC was our punter, which I'm blanking on his name, but he was the MC.
Lee.
Uh,
I mean, not Lee.
what's his
Oh
name?
my god.
Not
Let me
Carlson.
see.
What's his name? But yeah, he was the MC, the punter.
Oh,
Um,
man.
and he brought some people out. He brought Marcus Allen out. He brought Zamir White came out. Just a lot of people.
Did you get to see Marcus? I know you know Marcus. Did you like get to see him or?
No, I was that was about 4 or 5 drinks of Charles Woodson's whiskey at that point of the night. This was and they was coming again, open bar, didn't spend a dollar. I didn't spend a dollar in there. So yeah, he was. So I looked up, I'm like sliders in one hand, whiskey drink in the other. I looked up, I was like, oh, there's Marcus. And it was like it took me a minute to get over there. So I didn't didn't get over there. Um
Sliders in one.
bro,
See,
they had
hey,
like fried rice and sliders and chicken wings. I was like, what is this?
the funniest thing is, so I've been out with Jeremy a bunch of times, and for me, I'm laughing hard, y'all, because I've seen this
Oh
that
yeah,
that
you already
side.
know.
I've seen the
Yeah, yeah,
Jeremy.
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I'm just picturing because I know he was up in both dancing with both of them in his head.
Come on. I think I'm supposed to be dancing too, because that's how I get. They had a DJ in between picks. So every time there was like not a pick going, they just start playing music, like, real music that we like.
Yeah,
And I was like, it was a dope experience.
that's what's
Things
up.
that we would never have in the Bay. So sometimes it's like, damn, I wish they was in the Bay, but now we got nice things that we
Yes, very true.
probably never would have ever had. So
Very true.
um so let's get into the draft though. Caleb Williams goes number 1. I think we all expected that.
Of course.
Jaden Daniels goes 2, which we unfortunately had to realize that was going to happen. Drake May goes 3 to the Patriots. Let's stop there with those 3. Let's stop right there. Which one do you want to start with? Any of those you want to talk about?
We're not even going to talk about Caleb Williams because I mean,
Okay.
because we know. Hey, stop. Sorry, y'all. My dog wants my attention. But so the Jaden Daniels thing. This is why I even said it before when he had his pro day. I was like, bro, throw bad, like throw the ball off, like do something. If you really want to play for us, do something, because the minute he had that pro day and he hit every throw, he was diamond shit up, he was lacing shit up. You know what I'm saying? Them already knowing his athletic prowess, I knew what was about to happen, because after his pro day, it was Drake May's pro day. Drake May's like second throw was an out route, and he threw that shit to the Gatorade guy. Like I was like, fuck, bro. I'm like, all right, well, that hope is over. Michael Penix, how you doing?
Okay, so I think first off, I just briefly on Caleb Williams. I think they had to do it, regardless of what you think of him off the field. I think he's a safe pick, but they're actually loading up for him, which makes me feel better that he's walking into a good situation. To have DJ Moore, to have now you got go get Keenan Allen, and then obviously you draft Roma Dunze at 9. Like they set him up nice, and I think a lot of number 1 picks don't normally have that type of receivers.
They don't.
So,
They don't. You know the crazy thing is, they actually. This is probably one of those times where a number 1 pick is going to a situation where he actually has a good situation.
It's a good
chance
situation
to
for
win.
him.
A chance to win. A chance to actually make a difference, where he literally just kind of has to be the quarterback and not be the superstar right now. You know, like learn the league, because they put so many people around him that to the point where He just has to deliver the ball and do what he has to do, and he can develop, and that's what they want. So I think honestly, what I like about this is the Bears are showing a new model of how to pretty much develop a number one pick in a different way. Because a lot of people, they have a number one pick and their team's bad, and they load up on the number one pick, they load up on the defensive side of the ball. They do that, but they don't really care about the offense because they're trying to figure out the number one pick and build around them. So the Bears are like, nah, that's what we about to do. We gonna give you every weapon in the book. Everybody. You gonna have whoever you want. You figure it out. You know what I'm saying? And if you can't figure it out with all them, then you just really wasn't the true number one pick. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a different route, and I like it. I do like it. So I'll give them that credit.
Salute to the Bears. I really like what they did in the draft. And then let's keep going in the draft. I think number 4, Marvin Harrison Jr. to the Cardinals. 5, Joe Alt. The Chargers was the first team where I wasn't really sure what they was going to do. They could have went a couple different directions. They have, at this point, they had no receivers. And I was like, are they going to take Neighbors? I didn't know what they were going to do.
I think they were I think they were praying that the Cardinals traded that pick to the Giants how it was supposed to go, so the Giants can get JJ McCarthy, because I thought that was a big rumor going around. I think they were praying for that so they can turn around and get Marvin Harrison. I think that's really what they wanted. I think they really wanted Marvin Harrison after getting rid of everything they got rid of. And then once they didn't get him, like Joe Alt was probably the better pick. I like Neighbors, don't get me wrong. I do, but I also don't know if Neighbors is well, he might prove me wrong. I don't think he's a number one. Like Marvin Harrison is a number one at where he is right now. He has a chance of being one. And I think he's a talent that you're not going to be able to come across for a while. So I really think that that's the reason why that happened. And at the end of the day, Justin Herbert was getting hit. Their O-line did need some help. They have a good O-line, don't get me wrong, but they need some help and keep it young and keep it fresh. And at the end of the day, they want to run the ball. That's what Harbaugh wants to do.
Harbaugh. It's Harbaugh. Joe Alt's going to start 10 plus years for the Chargers. Like, exactly. For sure he is.
Hey, just how he did for the Niners. I'll be honest. Like the Niners, a lot of the own linemen that the Niners have, I think the last one they just got rid of was Joe Staley and a couple other ones. But when he was there, he beefed up that line, both sides.
They was there. McGlinchey, them guys was there for years.
Yeah, punching people in the mouth. So
Yep. All right. Yeah, so let's keep going. Malik Neighbors goes to 6. I think I like the pick. I just worry about him with Daniel Jones, but I think you have to take him because they don't have many weapons. They lost Sterling Shepard, they lost Saquon, they lost Darren Waller. I don't know if he wants to play football. He got a divorce on his hands. Well, they said they're still giving him. They said they're still giving him time to figure out what he wants to do. It sounds like he's retired.
Bro, he want to be a rapper, bro. Let that man go be a rapper, bro.
Okay,
but he want to be. Yeah, I know.
You heard that song?
I don't listen to none of
You ever see that? You ever see that that meme where the guy yanks his headphones off because he don't want to hear what's coming through his headphones?
Yep.
That's Darren Waller. That's the Darren
every
Waller
time
song.
Somebody posted some Darren Waller shit, my face. Nope.
I do not want to hear that. Please take that off my head. Please get that out my ears.
But I will say this. We all know right now Daniel Jones is not going to start.
He's not going to start?
Drew Lock is going to be their quarterback, bro.
Week 1?
Week fucking 1, bro.
Because his knees still hurt, or because he's just better than Daniel Jones?
Because he's in the words of my dude that does that podcast with Williams, trash. Man, trash. But honestly, I think this is a good opportunity for Drew Lock. Like honestly, bro, like you seen what he did when Geno went down. He did decently. He did something good. You put weapons around a quarterback that can actually kind of throw the ball, kind of get it there. This might be good for him. So it was an opportunity because at the end of the day, come on, bro, this Daniel Jones experiment is over. And at the end of the day, they know they got to kind of ride out this contract because nobody else is going to have him. So that's why they went and got Drew Lock. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, it was either Drew Lock or it's going to be whatever quarterback they drafted. But at the end of the day, I don't think I think when they really reassessed JJ McCarthy, they were like, look, we already have a question mark in our quarterback room. We don't want to add another one. You know?
Yeah, I don't think it would have made sense for them to get JJ McCarthy at 6. Like if you wanted to move back, cool, but at 6, I felt like that'd have been crazy. Somebody's gonna get fired for that pick if they would have took him at 6. For sure. All right, let's keep going. I want to get to the surprise of the draft. So number 7 was JC Latham from Alabama. Went to the Titans. And then the surprise of the draft, number 8, the Atlanta Falcons take Michael Penix Jr. Now, I was walking outside. They had a little rooftop, and I'm not even really paying attention to the Falcons pick. So I'm kind of like, oh, excuse me, I'm trying to get through, excuse me. And I heard Michael Penix Jr., the whole place did like a gasp. The whole place. And I think everybody was acting like they didn't want Michael Penix, but in the back of their mind, they was kind of like, I mean, we need a quarterback. So
I was okay with it.
Yeah, but people was acting like they didn't want him. So to hear that gasp, but to hear that gasp, I was like, oh, y'all wanted him. Y'all was acting like y'all didn't want him. Stop.
Because,
why y'all act like that?
It was because we all knew going into it. We have 2 options right now. Either we're moving up to get Jaden if the Washington was dumb enough to take Drake May, because that was for sure was going to happen. That's why I was praying that shit happened. I was praying that I was over here in my group chat cheering for Drake May to have a good pro day like a cheerleader. I was over here like, bro, yay, let's go. Give me a 50-yard bomb or something. You know what I'm saying? Like, give me something crazy, because we knew that was going to happen. But I also knew in the back of my head, that's okay, because us sitting at 13 to turn around and get Penix, who I think is honestly not so bad, it would have been good for us because we could have still been able to keep a lot of our other picks and still build. So I was like, that's how I seen it. Because I'm not going to sit here and act in front. Penix, so like, this is how I see it. Jaden Daniels has the Lamar Jackson, Michael Vick potential, right? Michael Penix is like, he has a chance to be like a Dante Culpepper. You know what I'm saying? Like, he has a chance at that. He's a big body, he's athletic, but his arm is more so what he uses. So I was okay with either one. So that's why I was all right with it, bro. I hate Atlanta, bro. Like, when that pick went through, I was like, bro, what are you smoking, bro? Like, I was like, bro, I literally, you see the what was the Step Brothers, where the dad says some shit to the brother. He says, "Are you fucking high?"
Yeah.
That's how I felt, bro. That's how I felt. Like, Raheem Morris, what is wrong with you, bro?
I mean, right after the pick, you see the owner and the GM talking, and he's kind of like asking him, why you do that? And he's explaining, you can see him explaining his thoughts and why he did it. I just think the move, I understand the move, but I think you're drafting a guy who's 24 to sit and develop. Like, then you should probably take like JJ McCarthy, right? Who's like 21, who probably needs to sit a year. But to take Penix after you just gave like 100 M's to 150 M's to Kirk Cousins makes no sense.
When you could have took that, who's that linebacker that was
everything,
there from Alabama?
Everything. You take best player available. If it's the Dallas Turner guy from Alabama, if it's a Roma Dunze, if it's any of these guys, you take the best player available. And now you're already thinking about 2-3 years from now when you don't even know what's gonna happen back at that point. It made no sense, and everybody was thrown off after that.
Bro,
I didn't get it. I didn't get it.
I feel like somebody was kicking it with these Atlanta dudes the night before. They drugged the ball or something, because, man, I was over here like, bro, I understand your thoughts, but you could have drafted some other quarterback later on down the line and took a dart shot. You know what I'm saying? Took like somebody to be like how like Travis Hunter, for the dude, not Travis Hunter, but the dude from Jordan Travis from Florida State. That, I feel like if they would have did that in the second round, I wouldn't even be mad at them, because I understand what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? He's hurt. He has some time. He's young. He can develop his passing game because athletically he's there. That would have been smart. Even taking Spencer Bum Rattler over there. Like, they could have did that. But the fact that you take somebody like how you said he's 24, you want him to sit. You just gave that guy 100 M's for I think how many years? It was 4 years, right?
4 years. It's basically 2 years. 2 years of guaranteed money. So he's gonna get cut after 2 years.
Yeah, easily gone. But even with that, it's like, and you want him to sit. It's like it's you're honestly wasting his prime because he's shown you throughout his college at the end of his college career that he's actually ready to play right now. So it was just dumb. Like, honestly, I don't know what Raheem Morris was thinking. I don't care that GM. He's high. And at the end of the day, that their owner's old as shit. So I knew they were.
The worst part about it is when the GM came on after they picked him and they said, "Yeah, we worked him out and we saw him throwing a ball and it was just like zipping through the wind and all this stuff." Bro, Atlanta plays in the dome, bro. And I was like, who cares?
Are you fucking high?
Yes. They play in a dome. So what is the point of seeing him throw in 20-degree weather? He plays 8 games in Atlanta, another game in New Orleans with another dome, and then another game in Tampa, bro, which is gonna be probably good weather too. Like, what are we doing? He might have one cold weather game a year.
As soon as that happened, the draft was over for me, bro.
The draft was I had no clue. I was like, okay, we're taking O-line, right? Like that's what I felt. We're gonna take O-line. I wasn't mad at it. I was looking at a lot of the mock drafts. I was thinking the Oregon State lineman is what a lot of people were saying, or Terrion Arnold, which a lot of people said we was gonna take too. So every mock draft I was looking at said those two guys.
Yeah.
So here we come up to number 13.
Hold on, bro. Hold on. Stop.
I'm not.
Because we took the best available.
Okay, I'm not even mad.
We took a weapon. Yeah, you are, because I can see it in your face.
No. I know how good Brock Bowers is. I've seen that man play. That man was a killer as a freshman, and he's from the Bay. Like, I know how good Brock Bowers is. I'm not saying he's not good, because he's gonna be really good for us. All I'm saying is we had other things that were more important that we needed at that pick.
I'll give you that. But besides that cornerback, what else was there? Because a lot of those other players that we were talking about were gone, bro. Like, and at the end of the day, our offensive line last year performed good. Our defense performed good. Every area we performed good is except for a quarterback. So what's the best thing to do with the quarterback that we brought in, who Gardner Minshew, who has a chance to be a game manager, a little bit of sparks here. The same thing that they did for Caleb Williams. Put all the weapons around him that you can. Give him all the weapons. Like, make him be able to not have to focus on Devontae, not have to focus on Jacoby, and then that's it. Give him weapons. That's how I seen that pick. Trust me, I wasn't happy. Don't get me wrong.
But I like Brock. I like him, man. He was mocked to go in the top 10 in pretty much every mock draft. He's been the best tight end since he got into college. Like, I've seen the dude. So I'm not mad at that. I hope we use him correctly. Whoever's our quarterback, I know you're pretty much saying it's Minshew. Everybody online is saying it's a QB competition. You just giving it to Minshew.
Ain't no competition, bro. I'm sorry.
I don't want to give up. I don't want to give up on AOC yet. I don't want to give up on it.
You sound like Witter right now.
There was a lot, bro. There was a lot that went wrong last year that was kind of out of his control, bro. And Josh McDaniels was his coach. I'll just start with that. Josh McDaniels was his coach.
Stop acting like Witter right now, because
he was.
I watched. Some of the throws I had seen, I wanted to throw my phone through the TV. That's all I'm saying. Because, bro, like, when you missing wide open Devontae's running down the sideline and you throwing it out of bounds, like, at the end of the day, all right, let's hope. I'm gonna say I'm a hope. I'm gonna give him a hope.
I'm gonna give him another year. If he can't beat out Minshew, then okay, yeah, he probably is not the dude.
How our team is right now, And God, I love you. I've been praying a lot lately. I love you. I don't need nobody that's over here praying to God. I need Minshew mania. I need somebody that's gonna go out here and fight and take his helmet off, and shake his head like he in a Motley Crue or something. I need it.
I'm not hyped. I'm not hyped for Minshew.
I know
I'm
you
not.
not. I know you not.
I'm
But
more.
you want to know
I'm
something?
more hyped for. I'm more hyped for Brock Bowers than I'm hyped for Minshew.
Touch.
I'm way more hyped for Brock Bowers. I think he's gonna be great. I think he's gonna go to Pro Bowls. I'm not tripping about it anymore. I just thought we had other things that we like. The guy who the Saints took right after us, Fashanu from Oregon State, and then
Yes.
Terrion Arnold
Yes.
goes to the Detroit Lions. He had an interview this week where he said, basically, the Raiders called him afterwards. Antonio Pierce came out and said this is not true, but Terrion Arnold did an interview this week and said, "Yeah, we basically flipped a coin between you and Brock Bowers, and it came up Brock Bowers."
But why do people have to stay capping to make themselves feel better? Come on, bro. No,
Yeah,
we know ain't nobody in no war room like this.
Whoa. If it really was heads and
are,
tails for Brock Bowers and Terrion Arnold, everybody should be
here,
fired.
bro.
If you didn't do your homework and already have that pick going into it, then that's whack. That's whack. So I hope that's false. I hope
Stop capping for clickbait, people. Stop capping for clickbait.
Is there anybody that was just a surprise? I really love that the Broncos took Bo Nix. I love that.
I was so happy.
I was so hyped. I loved it. Yes. That was the one that I was like,
thank you. Y'all gonna suck for another 5 years.
Yeah, no, I was hyped about that.
I was because you wonder how I felt. I felt we didn't get what we were supposed to get, and you niggas fucked up. Appreciate it.
I love that. I love that pick. I do like the Colts, Latu, taking him from UCLA. I know he had like some neck issues, so he fell a little bit, but he looks like a killer. So salute to the Colts on that. That was probably one of my favorite picks.
I will say this. I will say this one thing. I like that. I like the lineman that we did take, though. I do like it. I like
Jackson Powers. Powers from Oregon.
Yes, because we also turn around and you seen that this week we signed Pete for the old Saints. The old Saints. So it's like I get what they were doing. Like I hate to say it, like it don't look cute right now, but when we start getting them wins, stop questioning Telesco. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, we're gonna have more money June 2nd when Garoppolo comes off the book. So they might get another corner. I know Stephon Gilmore, Xavier Howard. There's some guys still out there. Yeah, but we'll have some more money in like a month to maybe get one of those guys.
I don't know if I want Gilmore, bro. After watching him get worked in that playoff game,
what about?
I'll go with Howard.
You go with Howard? Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at that.
He got the Raider dog in him. Gilmore's a little too quiet, a little too soft.
Little washed.
Yeah.
He's a little older now. Xavier Howard to the Chiefs, the fastest guy in the draft. How'd you feel about that?
You mean Worthy?
Oh yeah, Xavier Worthy. My bad. I said, what did I say? I don't know.
It's Xavier Worthy. I got you, my boy. I got you.
Yeah. From Texas. How you feel about him?
That was another pick. I was like,
you like that? Or you didn't like? You didn't? Okay.
I'm happy. I'm good. You want to know why? Because I think the Chiefs are on a tear to try to recreate Tyreek Hill. You can't recreate Tyreek Hill. Right?
There's only one Tyreek.
There's only one. Because the one thing I didn't see I haven't seen his routes. I haven't seen him come out of breaks. I haven't seen him use his speed like that. Because that's the thing about Tyreek that sets him apart from everybody else that's fast. He is fast, but he's low to the ground, and he gets in and out of breaks fast. He can break down hella fast. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why he's so talented. The reason why he uses his speed in the right way. So I don't know. We'll see.
I actually liked it. I know the Texas quarterback situation is kind of nasty. I know a lot of people are on Quinn Ewers for the draft next year, but that man can't throw. Respectfully, I'm not a fan. So the deep balls,
Jackson Dart, the deep balls, year, bro.
Okay, well the deep balls for Texas, he didn't get to really showcase. So I am a little worried about that. I ain't gonna hold you. All right, let's let's start. We got to talk about the Niners. Ricky Pearsall. You want me to go? Because I think it's important to pick to say this because they got a lot of contract situations going on, and they're gonna have to make some decisions at some point. You can't pay everybody. Some people's already got paid, right?
Yeah.
Debo's got paid. You got to pay Purdy next year. The whole defense damn near got paid already. So somebody gonna be gone. So
I'm trying to turn over a new leaf. So
okay.
We're hating on the Niners. As bad as they bash us, I'm gonna leave y'all alone. But I will say that I understand. I understand why they made that pick, and it's the same thing like you said. They have a lot of contract issues. One of them is gonna go. Let's just be honest. Debo's
gonna be gone, bro. Debo's
gonna be gone. And you wanna know where I think he's going? I think it's gonna be the same place they're rumored he's gonna go to Buffalo, and I think it's gonna be halfway through the season, or maybe like in training camp. To be honest.
Well, I don't know when, but Debo is definitely going to be the one that's gone for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's because he caused the most issues in the offseason the first time.
Well, he's not really. I mean, he's not really the most route runny guy. I don't know how to route runny. I don't. He ain't. He's more like gadget. Like, oh, get him a sweep. Give him a little handoff. Route runny. He don't do that. And I think they need somebody that does that. I think they need another guy. And Pearsall is a killer, bro. Pearsall.
I think Pearsall he's nice.
Is a killer now.
I like his little.
He's a killer now.
I like his. I like his little one-hand catch that he had.
Yeah, I like that pick. But yeah, that's enough about the draft, man. I think we're gonna get into more football throughout the offseason. All right, let's talk about the NBA playoffs right now. We are in the second round. We didn't get even a chance to talk about the first round and how the Warriors season ended in the playing game. So a lot to cover. I'll just give you space because I got so much to say, but I just want you to get some of your stuff out wherever you want to take it from the NBA playoffs. See your Warrior hat. But right now we are second round. Mavs Thunder right now. Good game right now. Where you want to take it?
I'm just gonna say I don't want to talk on the Warriors too much because at the end of the day, we kind of knew. I had hope. Y'all heard me the whole time, but and at the end of the day, we all knew that it wasn't gonna go no farther than we're playing. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like even if we got to play in first round, I didn't think we were gonna go that much farther. To be honest, we need something, and I can't tell you what it is right now, but I know what I believe it is, but it's different. I really think that we need a big man that's a threat that can set screens, and the pick and roll now becomes a threat because we kind of went back to that again, because we're not as young as we used to, where we can move the ball how we used to and move around. I don't know. We need something, but at the end of the day, it was a good run. I'm happy that we made it. I'm happy at least to be able to have to fight for the competition. Like I can't say much. I will say this one thing though. I feel like we would have put up a way better fight than the Pelicans, to be honest. But we just gonna leave it at that. I said I wasn't hating on the Niners no more, but to you Laker fans, you are who I told you were. Bubs. old and bum. Y'all call us the Golden State Warriors bums. We knew this was fit to happen, but yeah, we gonna leave it at that. Other than that, go ahead.
No, we'll talk about the way. I think free agency will come up, early July. We'll probably get into more what's going on with the Warriors, and there's a lot of rumors going around about Clay potentially in Orlando and things like that. So we'll have to revisit that at another time and talk about the dynasty and all of that stuff. But yeah, this is gonna be a clip, bro. This is gonna be a clip. All right. So I love sports documentaries, and there was a time where, and I can't remember if it was a Dream Team documentary or if it was the Last Dance documentary, but I remember Magic Johnson saying when they got together for the 92 Olympics that they was all kind of washed, and Jordan came in off his first championship from 91, and they all knew it was his league now. They all felt it. He had just got his first ring. They all felt it, bro. They was like, damn, the 80s is done. It's over. It's Jordan's league. You see where I'm going with this?
Yeah,
and I feel like this summer they about to get together again. Steph's gonna be there, Bron's gonna be there, KD gonna be there, and Anthony Edwards gonna walk in there with his first championship, bro. And he gonna be like, "This is my league," and they all gonna be like, "What can you say?"
You want to know something? I can't knock you.
History repeats
It
itself.
does. And I can't.
And I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now, bro. He gonna walk in there with his chest out this summer.
So let me tell you why
his first
I'm
ring.
fully on board with what you said. Because when he was playing the Suns and talking that shit to KD, you know KD is the one person that talks shit back to everybody. He be getting hot.
Yes.
People be getting at him like that. He was talking all that shit to KD, and I think KD knew in his head like,
"What can you say?
You're right. Like
what
my little dude, you are right."
There's no respect anymore. These young guys are going at these OGs' head. And it's
like give it up, give it up, old man.
They have no respect, bro. They come, Shea and Luka and all these young guys, bro. They do not care how much you've accomplished in the league. They're coming at you.
Shit. Hey, but I like it. I love it.
Absolutely love it.
Love it. I love it.
Don't respect them OGs.
Hey, but don't disrespect Steph, bro. Steph changed the game.
Nah, but of course. But I'm saying a lot of that Jordan walked in with. I'm not saying he's Jordan or anything like that, but I'm just saying that history repeats itself. They all walked in and was like, damn, Jordan's really that dude now. They had their run. And I'm not saying, I just think the old guys, Bron, KD, Steph, they can still have great seasons, but to carry a team night in and night out, they just need a little bit more help than they probably needed 5 years ago.
Yep.
Right. So, yeah,
but you right like a motherfucker. I can't. Hey, and the thing about it too, I'll say this right now about my young man. Sometimes I don't like it. I can't hate, bro, because watching him play is. I feel like this is our Jordan. This is our Jordan. I feel like this is gonna be the point where the GOAT talk officially gets moved from talking about LeBron and Jordan to Ant and Jordan. And this is one of those times where people are probably going to pick Ant towards the end of his career. You know what I'm saying? Because he's doing it a lot younger. You remember that? Like, Ant came in the league. Ant's been in the league a couple years. But Jordan, it took a while for Jordan to get to where he was. You know what I'm saying? This is like, Ant is doing it already. And this man is talking mad shit. And it's like, bro, it's like going to the rec to go play some dudes at the rec league, and that young dude walk in, and you look at him, and he just start busting your ass, and you over looking at him like, fuck, to be young.
And I think a lot of people like him because he's just himself. You know, he's not trying to. He don't play about. He just likes to hoop and talk shit, and they're locking up the Nuggets right now. So right now it's 2-0 Timberwolves. Jamal Murray just had the worst game of his career. He's throwing heat pads and towels on the court crying because he's getting locked up.
He's throwing temper tantrums.
He's throwing temper tantrums and don't even want to apologize for it. His ass need to sit down. It's funny how people's character really come out when they start to lose, because when you up, when you up and you feeling good, of course you feel good, but it's funny how his character is really coming out right now. But how you feel about the playoffs? You think you like the Timberwolves pick, or you rolling with somebody else? OKC or Dallas? Who you feel?
So I'm gonna say this. I was actually really, really riding with the Sixers when this whole thing kicked off.
Okay.
But the fact that, and this is one thing I'm saying, the fact that Joel Embiid was super hurt. I feel like it was bad for them, and I feel like that's the reason why they lost. I feel like if Joel Embiid was actually fully healthy, I honestly would be picking the 76ers right now, to be honest, bro. But my thing is, I really can't wait to see OKC in Minnesota. I can't pick, bro. I can't.
Wait, hold on now. You just sure they're gonna get past Dallas? Are you sure? I haven't looked up at the score. Are you sure?
Bro, I don't.
It's too early for that. It's too early.
It is too early, but like really looking at it, thinking about it, like, let's be honest, like, yeah, Dallas gonna get one, maybe two, But
One or
right
two?
now, OKC and Minnesota are drowning people. They're like that big. They're like that big ass sixth grader, and over here, way too big for his size, playing in an elementary school league with a bunch of little kids. Like, just give me the ball. Like at this point, I'm literally gonna stand here and just throw it up. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and even just like punky little kids, or like that big ass sixth grader that play football in the lower league, and they just give them the ball and watch them run everybody. You remember when I don't know if you remember this. I don't remember FFL football, right? FFL, we play Fremont Football League. Do you remember when Terrell Gordon was just bigger than everybody?
Mm-hmm.
Do you not remember that? The era where
Yeah.
it was just give Terrell the ball. That's all it was, bro. That's what this feels like. You know what I'm saying? Like, it feels like they're just fucking everybody. And I'm just being honest, bro. Like, it's crazy as shit.
I always feel like I've told you this before, like the young teams got to get their heart broke. And I feel like I could see OKC end up losing this series, bro. I could see it because they've never been here. They've never done this at all. At least Anthony Edwards and the Timberwolves, they've been in a couple series. And some of these guys, like Conley, bro. Mike Conley's been around forever at this point, right? Gobert's been in a million series. Yeah. So I think they got a little experience. But the OKC Thunder, nah, I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Dallas beats them. That's all I'm gonna say.
I don't want to see that.
You don't want to see? I feel it. I feel it because the Ant and SGA young rivalry, we could see that for damn near the next 5 to 7 years. We could see that. So I wouldn't be. And they already be talking spicy on IG. I don't even know if you've seen it. They be talking captions on captions versus each other when they after the game. So they already got some spice between them.
Yeah, bro. I don't want to see that shit.
I feel it. I feel it. Boston lost today. Wait, hold on. Let me actually go back to the Philly situation. How much do you think Embiid weighs? Just how much you think he weighs?
So it's kind of hard to say because like the average NBA weight is different. I think he's at 3, bro. I think he needs to lose some weight, bro.
That's what I was going at. I don't think his body can hold if he's
his
300
knees.
pounds. He already has bad knees. He needs, if he's eating pork, give up the pork. if come vegan, lose like 25 this summer.
Because and the main reason why I agree with that is because like he doesn't. It's not like he's Shaq with back down game. That's not your game, bro. Like, lose the weight, bro. Like you are talented.
Needs to lose 25. I think he needs to lose 25.
Something.
Bro.
Do something. Jesus,
I think
pissing me off, bro.
Take some yoga classes. Whatever he need to do, bro. I'm sorry. I can't see him get to the playoffs again, and he's always hurt every playoff series. Every time they get to the playoffs, he's hurt. It's like the last 3-4 years, he's had some type of bad knees when the playoffs come.
And it sucks too because he can't even you can't even get the full potential of the Sixers, bro. Tyrese Maxey was out.
That's
here
what I'm saying.
Cooking, bro. And that's the reason why I wanted the Sixers, bro. They should have beat the Knicks, bro. And I would have loved to see. I would love to see Minnesota versus freaking Philly in the final.
Philly.
Oh, and you want to crazy? You want to why? Because as much shit that Minnesota talk about, I don't see nobody on Minnesota stopping Tyrese Maxey. I don't see a soul. Jaden Daniels gonna get this work. Ed would probably get the work too because he's too quick. I'm telling you, bro. I think Tyrese Maxey is literally like how you said, history repeats itself. I think he is the AI of our generation. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I see that. You know what I'm saying? Small but mighty, and don't fear a soul. Ain't no fear in his heart. So
the East is interesting because I'm not that high on the Knicks. I feel like they're kind of just like riding this like momentum, and they only play like 7 guys max, and they're playing like no shade to Dante DiVincenzo and Josh Hart, no shade, but those are like your second and third options, bro. Are we taking that serious?
Hey, you know, every time somebody says, not trying to hate, but
oh yeah, it's always followed by hate. It's always, bro. Come on, man. Like, it's a cute story. No, I don't want them in the finals. I'm sorry, I don't. It's good to see the Knicks fans excited. There's a lot of fan bases that are damn near new to the playoffs right now. The Minnesotas, the OKCs, the Knicks, all these teams that haven't been nowhere near the playoffs in so many years. So it's good to see, but damn, I do not want the Knicks nowhere near the finals, bro.
I will say this, bro. Knicks
I
fans
don't.
are hilarious.
Hilarious.
Watching these memes and these videos of them after these wins are just I literally just want to go. And I've been actually thinking about it, but I'm probably not gonna go. Maybe next year. I want to go to a Knicks playoff game. And I don't want to go for the game. I want to go for how they act after they win the game.
Just the subway ride after. Yeah. The subway ride after would be crazy.
Ding dong. Jordan Pete, suck my dick, Pete.
Yeah, they be going hard. They be going hard after the game.
Oh my god. Oh, bro. And then, craziest thing. They beat Indiana last night, right? Beat Indiana. What they start chanting at the end of the game? Nothing to do with anybody on the court.
Yeah, fuck Reggie Miller.
Reggie.
Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah, but that was 30 years ago. Are we still holding on to that? That's crazy.
Let it go.
That's New York for you. That's New York for you, man. Yeah, so it's a nice story, but I please just do not let them make the finals. I don't want that. No, it's Jalen Brunson shooting 40 times, and he's already hurt, banged up. I still think that series is going to be going for a while. I think they might.
Who gonna make it? The
It's
Celtics
gonna be
looking.
Boston.
Celtics looking wild.
It's gonna be Boston. It's gonna be Boston, bro. They like. I was just saying to my dad. It's a saying. They be playing with their food, man. Like they know they're better with them, and they're just playing around. You know, they gonna throw a couple games a series, but they're the better team. That's just what it is.
So
Minnesota, Boston.
Are we back to the era where one side's running the league again? Because we know.
Oh, West is way better.
Yeah, whoever makes it to the Eastern Conference Finals is going to lose. So.
Is Boston's so much better than everybody over there? Like Boston's way better than the Knicks and the Pacers.
If you put Boston in the West, we'll see what they be.
Oh yeah, they'd have a long season over there.
What seed would they be? What seed do you think they would be? I'll tell you what I think.
3-4 around there.
Nice.
3-4. I'll give him 3-4.
I think it's 6-5.
Ooh. And now that they lost Porzingis too, that's a big piece. If he don't come back, he got to come back before they get to the finals. He needs to play next series. Yeah, it doesn't look good. It looked exactly like the Giannis injury. There's so much we could talk about the NBA, like with Dame and Giannis and the Suns. Man, we're gonna have to, we're gonna have a lot to talk about throughout the summer with them.
That shit is fucking ridiculous, bro. How you get all this playoffs and be promising, and all of a sudden you just hurt, and then all of a sudden, Dame, you hurt. You niggas playing playoff games. You don't want to fucking play. Fuck out of here, bro. Like I'm
sad. I'm sad we're not gonna get no Thanasis next year. He tore his Achilles working out the other day, so we're not gonna get no Thanasis. He is the worst basketball player in the NBA. It's so funny. I sometimes just go watch his highlights just to have just a little laugh. Sometimes he is so bad. It's God. Funny. All right, man. We're gonna get back to basketball. All right, so we got to talk about the world, what the world's talking about, and this Drake Kendrick beef that started, I guess, a few weeks ago, but really it's been underlined for so many years, and it finally just came out that they don't like each other, and it's been a crazy 2 weeks. Where do you want to go? Because I mean I could talk for so long about this, but where do you want to go with this?
You want to know what you want to know where I want to go with this? I'm two ways. I'm gonna talk about two things in this whole beef, and because at the end of the day, I'll be real with you, and people will be very surprised about how much I care about music. I don't fucking care. I don't. It seems very childish. It seems very to me like y'all been acting like this. Y'all didn't like each other for a long time, and so y'all just been being hella fake. And at the end of the day, that shit is irks my soul right now. But the one thing I want to talk about, Cole, bro. Why you apologize, bro? Like, bro,
That's
I
a whole
fuck with
other
you.
angle to it.
I
That's
fuck
a
with
whole other
you.
angle.
I also kind of get it. I get it because I feel like he's seen that.
It
I
was
don't think he felt that anybody had anything over him because I think that Cole's never been that type of person you can have some over him with the shit he does. I just feel like he's seen like when he said it in his apology, and I'll give him that credit. It's like this shit all seemed childish to me. It just seemed hella petty. Like why we got to do that? Why can't we let the world establish who's number one? But we got to make beefs out of it. And what happens with beef? What happens with beef in most times in musical eras? Somebody ends up getting hurt. You know what I'm saying? Something ends up happening. You know what I'm saying? Something ends up happening to the point where we end up losing an artist or two that shouldn't have happened. You know what I'm saying? Because their feelings start getting hurt. So I understand why Cole bowed out, but I also was like, damn, bro, you couldn't even like put out like you couldn't even just leave the track out. You had to remove it. Like you could have maybe see what Kendrick said, maybe put one out and then bow out or something. You know what I'm saying? Because in my eyes, to be honest, I feel like he rushed his diss. To be honest, he rushed it, which why it didn't sound like he wanted. And I think that's why he bowed out because it just didn't sound how he wanted because he rushed it because he felt like he had to. I feel like if Cole actually really sat down and wrote that shit, I personally feel he would have murdered both these niggas. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Because other than that, I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. After Kendrick's reply, where it was like all lyrical and stuff like that, I turned that shit off. I was like, I'm done with this shit. I don't even give a fuck what the shit come
all
out
right.
after that. 2-3 songs,
Okay.
like get the fuck out of here. What happened to the days where with the Pocket Biggie, where it was two diss songs and these six was hot? You know what I'm saying? The Drake, not the Drake, the Jay-Z and Nas, where niggas literally put out one song, about one song each, and them shits was hot. The Eminem Renegade tracks where them shits was, like it was some real type shit, you know what I'm saying? But like, bro, it's crazy. People would never believe that too. I tuned out. People be talking to me about that shit. I'm like, bro, I don't care. Like, like I straight up, I don't care. Like, I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
just don't.
Yeah. I think Cole, I think he knew where this was about to go. And I kind of felt the same way as you. It was like, why are you apologizing? But I think he probably made a phone call to one of them and knew where it was about to go. And I just, that's not even Cole's personality, bro, to even be doing what they're doing right now. So to look at it like somebody put a picture up that they ran into him at the beach yesterday, and he had his headphones in, he had his laptop, and the girl was just like, "Can I have a picture?" And the girl put it up. And that's Cole, bro. He was just at the beach by himself with his laptop and headphones. Like, imagine if he was in the middle of this. He couldn't just be at the beach chilling with his laptop, probably making some music. So
that's not how he is.
That's so what he's doing at the beach. That's exactly Cole.
Like,
But let's talk
the
about.
fuck out of this shit.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So I put up on my just an Instagram note after Drake put out that Tupac song. I said, pack this whole thing up. Pack it up. I'm so over it. Pack it up because I thought that was the corniest thing ever to take Tupac and use his voice and make a diss song to Kendrick, knowing he's from the West Coast, and then to use Snoop's voice too. I thought that song was terrible, but Drake said, "Come outside, like you cannot hide no more." So the gloves are off after that, bro. He said it in the song. So unfortunately, the gloves are off. Now we talk about kids, we talking about wives, we talking about domestic violence, we talking about pedo stuff. The gloves are off now. So I do think, bro, a lot of people was just tired of Drake being at the top. I do think it's a lot of that people are tired of seeing him
Everybody was coming
be
at
the
this
number one
nigga,
guy.
bro.
And everybody's coming out. It's Ross, it's Kanye, it's
Everybody.
Future, it's The
Oh
Weeknd, it's
god.
Metro Boomin, BBL Drizzy. Like it's everywhere. And it shows that people were low key tired of him being at the top.
You know what makes me
And I
mad
will say
about
that.
this whole situation though? Nobody stepped in when Meek was beefing with him and did it. Nobody stepped in when Pusha T was beefing with him. Now that it's Kendrick, one of the top 3 in the game, everybody got some shit to say.
They not big enough. They not big enough.
Why can't Kendrick do it on his own? Why niggas got a different?
No,
Why niggas got a different?
Kendrick Kendrick is these last 2 songs, he is doing it on his own, but I'm talking about in between that with all the guys coming out with Ross calling him white boy and Kanye, like all these guys,
all this type of
just
shit.
all of this stuff is just like y'all had your chance, but now I feel like you're trying to just jump into it and like get clicks too. And that's when I was like, pack it up, pack it all up. But I will say the songs that are coming out, it's good songs. And I don't want to be, I don't both want to take the stance of like we both don't care. So I will give us like Drake's Family Matters song is good. I do like Euphoria from Kendrick.
You like that shit?
I do like Euphoria. It's really good. Hey,
Oh,
it's a
bro.
really good song.
You want to know something? Like, I'm telling you, it just turned me off. Like, I don't know why, bro. I can't even tell you because I'm telling you, there's a lot of people that have hit me up. Oh, how do you feel about it? And I literally tell them straight face, like, I ain't even listen to this shit because I don't even want to. Like, I don't. And honestly, because right now in my mind, where I'm at, you know what I'm saying, where I'm at in life, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm not wasting my time on that shit. I want to listen to some shit that's gonna make me feel good. I don't want to listen to some shit that's gonna have niggas just talking shit about each other over some more petty shit.
Yeah, but I like the chess matches of the sport of it. It's a sport at the end of the day, and you're calling somebody out, right? Drake's calling you out, saying come outside, and now you're outside, right? So he drops, then Kendrick drops 45 minutes later. I'm at the restaurant, right? And my phone starts buzzing. People are sending the song to me. Twitter's talking about Drake dropped. By the time I get home, Kendrick dropped as well. And I'm like, wait, he just dropped yesterday. Wait, I don't even understand. So he steps on it, says, you got a kid that nobody knows. It was nuts. But this is the last thing. The angle that Kendrick took separating Drake from being able to come to the West Coast was a very smart move. Because Drake always, you know how Drake is, bro. He be going to Atlanta, he go to Houston, he be in the Bay, he be in LA.
He love
now us. Kendrick's like, hey, don't disrespect Pac, don't come to the West Coast, and he made it where it's gonna be weird for him to come to the West Coast and it's gonna be weird for him to go to Atlanta. And I thought that was a really smart move. Really smart move. Come on, man. You got to give me something, bro. You got to give me something. There got to be. Give me a positive note about it. Come on.
I'm not. Honestly, the one thing I will say, I do respect that Kendrick had him loaded in the clip because Kendrick he went in there. He didn't just make one
fresh though. Those aren't old tracks.
Yeah,
those are
he had them. He was ready.
Hours.
He was over here like, all right, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm waiting. And I feel it because it is giving the old kind of, the old Pac and Biggie beef. You know what I'm saying? It is putting people on that thing. But it's like, for me, like I said, I don't know. I think it's just because honestly, mentally right now, just where I'm at, I just wasn't in tune with that.
I think
that's, you know what I'm saying? Like, I wasn't really trying to negative energy is not something that I'm just entertaining right now. And that's just that's just where I'm at. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna turn it on. Don't get me wrong. Y'all know I'm not gonna be out of tune like that. I said, but I've already heard lines, I've heard shit, and I get it. Rap beef gets personal. I understand that shit. It's crazy. It is a crazy sport. Rap is a sport in my eyes. I see it, but I don't know. It was after I don't know. For me, like I said, the whole timing of this for me personally was just not good for me to tune into it. So that I think that's where I'm at. I'm not mad at it. I understand it, and I feel it. I honestly feel that line you said, where everybody's been tired of Drake being at the top and walking around like he knows he is, like his shit don't stink. You know what I'm saying?
He's rubbed a lot of people the wrong way, and you can tell by how everybody's come out, and nobody's come out to support you. You haven't heard a word from Wayne. You haven't heard a word from Nick, bro. The guys that he runs with, none of them. Nobody said nothing. So it's clear. Yeah, people tired of him.
His head too big, man. Wheelchair Jimmy just stood up.
Wayne said, bro, stick to talking about girls. Don't act tough. Don't act tough in your songs. And I think you'll be good. Just talk about women and traveling and Canada, that type of stuff. Don't talk about, being a
Trust me.
sniper and all that stuff. That's
Trust
when
me.
things change.
When he did that, and the crazy thing is, just another thing too. I was surprised he actually lasted this long, being able to do that without people saying something. Because when he was on that stage scheming track with Rick Ross, French Montana, and them back in the day, go back. I want y'all to do this. I need y'all to do this. Go back and watch that video. Watch the video. Watch when he said he said the line where if niggas reach, it's for the weapon. They put up the scene where French Montana was next to him when he said it. Look at French Montana's face.
Okay.
Just
Okay.
we go wait.
You got some
We go
homework.
do it. We go do it. Honestly, what I'll do next episode, I'm gonna grab it. We go pull it up. I'm gonna show y'all. I'm telling you, he literally gives the.
Yeah.
He gives him the. Get the fuck out of here! Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, you ain't heard
and I
nothing
feel
from
it.
French Montana. You haven't heard nothing from none of these guys, man.
It's
So
not, because
it's
that's not
interesting.
him. This ain't him. And I think that's another thing too. Like, I think like this is the thing. This is also why I got upset about it. So when they said that about Drake, for me, what made me mad is, okay, all y'all besides Kendrick use Drake to get money. Use him to get where you at. Use him to do what you do. You know what I'm saying? You used him on tracks and all that type of shit. Kendrick was the only fucking person who didn't use him in that sense. So him saying that, the fuck the big three is just big me, I felt that. I understood it. You know what I'm saying? He's pretty much telling the world, I don't need that nigga. I never needed him. Never wanted to use him like how you guys are using him. So a lot of y'all, like even fucking Future and all that Metro Boom, they was talking that shit. I said, I get it, whatever, bro. But it's like, you niggas like, stop acting like you wasn't in here sending Drake beats, sending him tracks. Like, you didn't do a whole fucking mixtape with this nigga. Like, one of your biggest songs is with him. Like, man, stop playing with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing that pisses me off. That's the only thing that makes me so mad. It's like, now that it's cool to diss him, you all want to diss him, but y'all wasn't doing that shit when this nigga was putting millions of fucking dollars in your pockets by giving you number one tracks. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro. Like, that's the reason why I got so turned off.
I think that's a good point. I think that's a really good point.
Yeah.
The Kendrick side of it, yeah, I mean, they've had issues for some years, and you can see they've been talking about each other for a really long time, bro, back and forth. And it's just, I think people are finally catching on. Like, they might have been sneak dissing, but they were actually talking to each other. So it's good that it's finally like, all right, y'all been jabbing for a decade. So like, just get this out the way. And I hope there's no more songs from this. I hope it's over. I think Drake has everything to lose at this point if he does another song. Like, the culture's already with Kendrick. The culture's already saying he won. You have nothing. You're just gonna lose money. I promise you.
And you already
But you got big brands, bro, and they're talking. He's talking
your
pedal
brand, your
stuff.
bangers, all that stuff. Stop giving these people fuel. Like, bro, just bow out gracefully, bro. You know what I'm saying? Bow out gracefully. It's kind of like how Jay-Z and Nas. When Nas dropped Ether, Jay-Z bowed out gracefully.
And it's okay. Sometimes you got to do that for the greater good of your career. Just take a step back, because Kendrick's that type.
Look at where Jay-Z is. And look at where Nas is. I love Nas. Nas was one of my favorite rappers growing up, straight up. But look what Jay-Z bowed out gracefully, and now he's up here, and Nas is still right here. So
yeah. Kendrick, I think if he would keep going, Kendrick would do another 10 songs.
Yeah,
I think he would do another 10 songs.
It's gonna be over.
No, but I'm saying he wants to do another 10 songs, and Drake's like, bro, you shouldn't have called him out. That's all I'm gonna tell him. You shouldn't have called him out and tell him to come outside, because he came outside. But yeah, we can leave it there. We'll just leave it there. That's it. I'm good. I'm good there. Salute to both of them, man. Salute to both of them, though.
Salute. So I definitely want to tap in and let everybody know, yes, this week, we're not doing viral video. This was our first episode in a long time. So, we just kind of want to get on here and talk about things, unless you got one.
I was gonna. I know you had a rest in peace. I have a rest in peace also that I wanted to give.
Yeah, I was definitely gonna close it out with that.
Yeah.
So I know some of y'all who follow me on social media have kind of seen some things. You boys been dealing with a lot of things, other things outside of life. But 2 days ago, I actually went to work. Got some pretty sad news. One of the one of my other fellow supervisors who I've been working with for the past 5 years. Older gentleman named Kavika. He passed away. Kavika, I really appreciate you. I'm gonna miss you. We're all gonna miss you. It really hit the Southwest community very hard. Um, I was fortunate enough to be able to have one last picture with you that you took a selfie with me on my birthday. When I was, going through what I'm going through, and just in the mood I was in, and you really tried to lift my spirits, and I actually was able to smile, and I did, and I appreciate it, and I'm always gonna keep you with me. I'm always gonna try to keep your spirit alive. I stepped into the position at Southwest that when you had, left because of your illness, you were trying to deal with yourself. And I wanted to do the best I can to keep it going. And, hopefully I made you proud. I'm sorry that, this is how, it kind of went. I was very, very hoping that your kidney transplant went through and you bounced back because you're an amazing person. You always cared about my family. You always cared about my mom, my sister. Every time I was on the phone with moms, he would literally take the phone from me and chop it with my mom for like 30 minutes. Like, he made me feel like a true uncle, one of the uncles that, I never asked for. So Kavika and his family, I'm very sorry. This is my condolences. I wish you guys all nothing but the best. Just know I'm here to talk if you want to talk, and all the people that I know that work with us, that was his family. I've had conversations with all you guys. I'm very sorry. Just know Rosh loves him. Rosh's family very appreciates him. I'm not gonna say Rosh, Rashad. We appreciate him. We love him. We miss him. We will always miss him. Kavika, rest in peace. I'll let you
Salute.
go.
So I got a text this morning from an older friend, Justin, from my club sport days. So I used to work in college. I worked at this gym. I think you probably know club sport. It's the Fremont people, really fancy, expensive gym in the Warm Springs area. So when I was transitioning out of playing basketball, I got a job there just to just be able to stay in shape and be able to just have access to a gym, a basketball gym. There wasn't all these gyms in Fremont back then. There's not a 24-hour city sport like there is now. It was none of those back then. So I wanted to get a job so I can just stay in shape. So I was working at the cafe area, making like lattes for the members, and I had two jobs. It was just a really tough time. College was not the funnest for me. I know a lot of people probably say that's like the highlight of their life. College was tough for me. And it was an older guy, he was probably in his 30s at this time, named James Tolosa, who would just talk to me, man. He would come order food, come order a smoothie after his workout and just talk. And then we ended up, sometimes he played basketball with me or, work out. He'd give me tickets to the Warrior game because he was a season ticket holder. But he always just would tell me, man, because he was like the first guy I knew that was actually working in tech. He was older. He was working and like a program manager, and he would just always like, man, don't get stuck here. Don't, like, I know you love to play basketball. Don't get stuck here. You could do so much more. Like, you have it in you. So I remember when I graduated, he like helped me with my resume and was like sending it to his company, trying to get me an interview. Eventually I figured it out. And I remember when I first started at Facebook in 2016, he wrote me, and I actually didn't realize this, but I look back at it today. I look back on my LinkedIn message just to kind of see, our conversations. And he was like, congratulations on the role. He like, I knew you had it in you. Just kind of just being an OG, and unfortunately we lost him this week. He was in really good shape. So like those types of things scare me because he was an avid cycler. He cycled every day. So those types of things, when people lose their life from a stroke or things like that, when they're in really good shape, like it sucks to see. So, just the OGs out there, man, we're at that OG status right now. So make sure you try to grab like a 17-year-old, 18-year-old that's trying to figure it out, and just be a mentor to them, man. I know we don't want to embrace being the OG and the uncles, but we are at that age, and he did a lot for me just to be that that voice when I was just trying to figure it out back then. And he's always been, I post that I got a new job or a promotion. He'll always say congratulations and just tell me that he knew I had it in me. So I just salute to him. I'm definitely going to reach out to his sister as well this week and just, give her my condolences. But rest in peace to James Tolosa.
Hey, rest in peace, Kavika. Rest in peace, James Tolosa. We appreciate y'all. It's men like you that created men like us, and I know me and Jeremy are definitely into passing on the flame. So,
Yeah.
Definitely y'all know I definitely don't like ending on a damper mood, but I got to get that out. We had to both get that out. Those are two people that are very vital to our development as men, so we appreciate it. But I don't know, Jeremy, you got anything else? I think
Say OV ho, OV. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I don't care about that.
Yes.
I'm just it's funny. But I didn't want to end on a somber note, so I just had to say that.
Rose definitely wants to switch something up. I used to always end my podcast with the make sure you take care of yourself because nobody else is going to do it for you. I want to change this up and start saying something. Make sure you talk to somebody else. Make sure that your mental is okay. Put yourself in the right mood. You know what I'm saying? Us being men in this world, I'm mainly talking to the men because I know women tend to be able to be a little more vulnerable. I'm mainly talking to the men because, sometimes you being within your own mind can be a detriment to yourself. So don't be so closed off. Don't be so selfish. Take care of yourself, but don't forget about the people that are there for you when they were there for you. So with that being said, that's all I gotta say. I'm happy we're back doing this. This is amazing for me, and I love it. This is no more timeouts. We check it out.